Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. This morning we're discussing Tobago Hotel Tourism Institute celebrating 27 years of service. To do so, let me welcome Chef Arthur Patrick, culinary lecturer and alumnus at THTI, and Mia Prasad Douglas, who's the acting quality manager at THTI. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Thank you
How are
for
you guys
having
doing
us.
this morning?
Very well, thanks. How are
Thank
you?
you so much for waking up this early and joining us on the Now Morning Show. We definitely appreciate it.
Pleasure to be here.
Mia, let me start with you. Reflecting on 27 years of excellence, can we celebrate the impact that THTI has had on the hospitality and tourism education in Tobago since its establishment?
Certainly. So THTI was the very first tertiary education institution in Tobago. And it's very fitting that we're dedicated to hospitality and tourism because that's really the driving force of our economy as far as the private sector goes. And so this institution was really designed to be the, we say we're a beacon, right? And for just training and hospitality development and helping to establish that service culture that we want to see for hospitality and tourism going forward and looking to the future as well.
Nice. Chef Arthur, tell me the role that THTI would have played in your development, especially as it pertains to your career.
Well, firstly, I would say that THTI gave my career structure and purpose. When I started working in the industry, I started at 17 years old as a dishwasher at Blue Haven Hotel. And I knew I wanted to be a chef, but I didn't know how to go about doing it and the direction to take. So I applied for the Institute to do an associate degree in culinary arts, and it really structured my perspective on culinary industry. Also, because I attended here, I was certified as a chef, and I was able to use my certification to now pursue a bachelor's in Miami at Johnson and Wales University. So it really set the foundation for my career, and I am now.
Fantastic. Now, Mia, just now you would have mentioned that THTI is a beacon, right? Tell me, how have you guys been evolving to stay at the forefront of the hospitality and tourism sectors?
So that's a great question. As an accreditation council accredited school, it means that we have been quality assured to deliver the courses that we have that we offer at the associate degree level. So culinary arts, which Chef Patrick would have done, but also hospitality and tourism management, and food and beverage operations. So those are the 4 associate degree programs that we offer. And as Chef Patrick mentioned, one of the things that we do is have articulation agreements with several universities, most recently St. Thomas University out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which would allow our graduates to transition seamlessly into their bachelor's degree program. So we have a similar arrangement with the University of the West Indies and a number of other institutions so that students have the opportunity after they've completed their associate degree with us at THTI to go on to further study. And we do hope that, like others would, like Chef Patrick, come back to Tobago to help develop our industry and our human resource here.
And so far, have they been coming back? Besides Chef Patrick?
Well, Chef Patrick is back. We do have a number of professionals that have come back. And it is encouraging to see that we have a number of students that would study abroad and then return.
Yeah. Chef Patrick, tell me about the program itself in terms of some of the things that you would have learned when it comes to the hands-on experience of doing the program.
Currently, or when I was a student?
Both. Give me both. Tell me how it changed from when you were a student to what you're able to teach now.
That's a great question. What I would say is I believe that the students, compared to when I was at the institute, are getting a much better educational experience. So let me explain. When I was a student, we mostly just came to class. We did our classroom labs and we went home. Now, at the Institute, we try to give our students if you want to call it a holistic approach to the culinary field. So, for example, we carry our students on study tours. So, most recently, we carried our students to the Food and Wine Festival in Miami, where they were able to assist celebrity chefs in their preparations of their meals. Also, we carried the students to the Barbados Food and Rum Festival. Last week, for Chocolate Day, we had a chef come from the UK. His name was David Oliver. He's a master chocolatier to do a chocolate workshop for the students. So we try to give our students hands-on industry experience while they are at the institute now. So when they get out into the industry, they already have an idea of how things run and they are more comfortable.
Yeah. Well, this sounds like some very, very expensive field trips that the classes be going on. Because Miami and Barbados ain't right there, you know? But I appreciate the well-rounded knowledge that people are able to gain from these experiences. Mia, tell me about the importance of building the community around THTI. Because, I mean, we mentioned Miami and Barbados as some of the places that we can go to learn. But I know in Tobago there are several hotels and establishments that they can go and do their practice and learn some on-the-job training as well. Tell me about the community relationships.
So we actively cultivate industry partners, both locally in Tobago, in Trinidad, and throughout the region. So, for example, a number of our students would go to our local partners, Magdalena Grande, Grafton, Mount Irvin, Cocoa Reef, and some of the properties here in Tobago. But also we have an MOU with Sandals. So many of our students do go to the various Sandals properties throughout the region to do their internship hours.
Mm-hmm.
And as we go forward, we are looking at deepening our relationship with St. Thomas University so that students may have the opportunity for study abroad semesters in those spaces as well.
Fantastic. Chef Patrick, let me jump back across to you. I need to find out, just so that we're clear all on the same page, why did you come back to teach at THTI? Why did you decide you wanted to give back to your alma mater? Don't laugh, yes?
That's a great question. I always told myself that on completing my bachelor's, well, when I was finished with my bachelor's in Miami, I stayed in Florida and I worked for a couple of years to gain further experience. I always told myself that when I come back to Tobago, that I have to give back to young chefs coming up in some type of way and give them an experience that I wasn't able to get before entering the culinary field internationally. So I applied for the hotel school as a lecturer and I was successful. So now I try to, with my knowledge that I've acquired, I try to just give them a feel of what the international space would require, because I didn't get that. When I moved to Florida, it was like I was like a fish out of water. Right? So I don't want them to have the same experience that I had. So for those who want to go internationally, they must already know what they're getting themselves into, have an idea of what the international space requires.
Yeah, so they kind of get a small taste before they actually get out into the real working world. Yeah?
Yes, correct.
All right.
Correct.
So, Mia, before we wrap this morning, can you tell me why persons, prospective students, businesses, anybody should be getting involved with THTI?
So we do have these partnerships both for our incoming students to form a relationship with industry before they go out. As Chef Patrick says, it's very important that they make those connections and network into the industry as early as possible so that they can work at events and understand the real life incidents that happen while you're in industry that you will not see in the classroom, right? Sometimes water may go, or you don't have an ingredient available, or something goes wrong. It's more common that something goes wrong than something doesn't. And I think that kind of understanding is very important for students to get. For industry partners, what you're doing is you're ensuring that when you get a student from the institution, that person is ready to work. That person has the technical skills, the competencies, the knowledge, the correct attitudes that you want to see to take your business to the next level and to provide the level of service that you want your customers to experience. And so it's a partnership. We need our students to be industry ready, and we need industry to assist us and to help us grow that human resource and develop it and nurture it. So there is that continuity that's necessary from student all the way through to professional. Mm-hmm. And as Chef Patrick says, as professionals, sometimes we don't always get the teaching and the training in school that you would like to see, so that you know exactly what to expect when you go out into industry. Mm-hmm. And I think it's something that a lot of students would experience. So as professionals, we now have to nurture that next generation to ensure that they are prepared for the world that they're jumping into, because it's a deep pool.
Yeah. And I mean, I imagine that is the kind of thing that you continue learning even when you're on the job, because it's ever evolving, ever changing. Taste buds are changing. Your taste might be changing as well, and you get to learn new things all the time. So congratulations on 27 years of service. Thank you so much for the work that you guys continue to do to train our young professionals, and we look forward to 27 more.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for joining us. That's Mia Prasad Douglas, the acting quality manager at THTI, and Chef Arthur Patrick, a culinary lecturer and alumnus at the same. We thank you both for joining us this morning. We take a quick break, and when we come back, we're talking about 2064, the musical odyssey. Stay tuned.